Okay, everyone, so what we're going over today is how to use the noodles. Now that everybody's kind of without a gym, hopefully just temporarily, we're going to break down the whole boxing system, MMA, all sorts of crazy combat sports you can learn. So last time I was at the fight shop getting some wraps for this guy right here, one of the dads that was in there was buying a bunch of gear for him and his sons. He didn't know how to box, he didn't know how to hold mitts, but he was going to give it a shot. And so he's like, hey, can you make a bunch of videos explaining how to do this? I'm like, hey, this is the proper time to do it. So any questions you have after this video about other drills or techniques you want to learn, please hit us up, because Youngblood and I right here will get the whole thing down and put it out. But in and of itself, this is a great drill. It works footwork, head movement, hand-eye coordination, all sorts of things. So in this video right now, we're just going to break it down a little bit on how to use the noodles. Now, does that hurt? No. Does that hurt? No. Does that hurt? No. Okay, so the great thing about these things is it does not hurt to, I'll put him on the side. So it doesn't hurt your student if and when, you know, we're going to show you different drills. So when they're slipping, if they accidentally get cracked, it doesn't feel anything. So what we're going to do like this, you can get these. You don't need expensive noodles from the store, whatever. This is 99 cents. It used to be one. Cut it in half. Yeah, right? And it's like 2.5 feet, 2 feet maybe. Yeah, like 2 feet. Make sure they're even. Yeah, and they're even, and cut that sucker up and you're good to go. Now these ones, I like these better than a company tried to get me to use theirs that were like $75, and I don't know what it's there. So I don't know what it was made out of. There's leather outside, and they were very nice. But don't get me wrong, if I were to crack Youngblood here with them, it'd probably, I mean, not cause damage, but it wouldn't feel good. So that's why I like these, and it's only $1. So both of these, 50 cents, you're good to go. So here we go. We're gonna break this down. Now, because AJ knows how to box, kickbox, wrestle, all that kind of stuff. We spend a lot of time together, so he really knows how to fight, if you want to put it down there. He knows self-defense, he knows boxing, he knows kickboxing, the whole thing. Now, if you use the noodles with boxing gloves, it's going to be easier on your student. Now, AJ's hands are wrapped because we're going to box here in a little bit too, so I'm a big fan of protecting the hand, which we'll make a video about that as well. So he's not going to use gloves for this, but it's the exact same combinations, drills and everything. It's just a boxing glove because it's a larger area. It's a little bit easier. So, but I don't let him use the gloves too much on these, just because I try to make it as difficult as possible. So here's what we're going to do. Your student, your child, is going to start off in true boxing stance. Now, what true boxing stance is, with your predominant hand back. Okay, so say for example, if you were to, yeah, just like that, good job. I'll explain, you do it. Okay, so now his predominant hand takes a step back. Now true boxing stance, hands up, he's got it, elbows in, that protects the body. The hands up obviously protect the face, and that's where you want to throw a punch from. So hands up, elbows in. You don't want those punches going to the body, so you need to protect the body. Hands up, elbows in, knees bent. So that's going to give you a spring. So from there you can jump off, you can move. If I'm straight legged, it makes a little bit, it cuts down the time, or it adds more time than if my legs are like a spring. You're always ready to spring off and do that. So hands up, elbows in, knees bent, chin down. You want that chin down below your shoulder, so if a hook comes, a punch comes, your shoulder's gonna take it from the side. Your hands are gonna block that punch from the front, but your shoulders are gonna block them from the side. And there's other techniques we're gonna show you on how to defend that. But in and of itself, just like AJ's doing right there, that's your true boxing stance. Power hand in the back. All right, so what we're gonna start off first is with our noodles. All he's gonna do is go jab, cross. Now, your front hand, your straight front hand, that's the jab. Your straight back hand is the cross. So what we're gonna do with these noodles is just jab, cross, and just get them to warm up and get used to actually hitting the noodles. And we're not killing these things. These things obviously aren't a heavy bag. You're not really trying to put a lot of power into them. Just touch it. You'll see how AJ does it right now. So this is the first step on the bands, is just jab, cross, and warming everything up. Here we go.
Oh, just keep going.
Drop your chin. There you go. Slow down, slow down. Take it to the back to the chin. Take your left back to the chin. There you go. Slow, slow. There you go. Just like that, AJ. 10, 9, So as he got going, he got a little bit more proficient with these. Now the great thing now, a lot of kids, they have a lot of energy. So initially, whether it's the hand pads, the bag, the noodles, once they first start off, they want to really go and punch hard or punch real fast, but go and do it slow. This is a great way just to warm up, to get everything going. So if you notice, he was kind of putting a little bit of power into it the first couple seconds or the first couple punches, and then he just relaxed. Same thing, true boxing stance, just jab, cross. Now, for all of you that are holding the noodles, here's all you're going to do. Now, for example, on this screen, whether it's your phone or TV, now I'm going to throw my left, and that's going to go to your left. I'm going to throw my right, that's going to go to your right. So jab the left if you're a right-handed person, okay? So that would be orthodox. If your left hand's forward and your right hand's back, like AJ and myself, that is an orthodox. Now, if you switch it and your right hand's forward and your left hand's back, that is southpaw. Okay, those are the two stances in boxing or mixed martial arts or combat sports. So, and the majority of the planet is right-handed, so that left hand's going to be forward. Now, here we go again. So you can do this off your phone or off a TV, but as I go to throw this with my left, you're gonna punch it with your left. That's the jab. I throw my right, then you're gonna punch it with your right, okay? So that all, jab, cross, and I'm throwing the same speed, the same amount of power, if you will, as AJ, okay, as your student, okay? So as I throw these, he's gonna throw, you go jab cross, I go jab cross with the mitts to the screen. So this is what it looks like for the student. This is what it looks like if you're holding the noodles. Boom, boom, boom. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, that's going to put together for our first video on introducing the noodles. So, do you like the noodles?
Yeah, I love the noodles.
Noodles? Okay. Is it difficult? Is it?
I don't think it's necessarily difficult. I think it just takes a little bit more focus than just doing normal mitts, because you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing noodle drills, there's going to be, instead of mitts, because normally in mitts you're just doing a lot of punches and combos. With noodles, you're going to be doing a lot of covers, a lot of sweeps, and a lot of ducks, and then a lot of dodges. So you're gonna be, it's gonna take more attention and more focus, and you have to be inclined to do it. You can't just do it and be bored.
Yeah.
You have to actually be focused to do it, because you have to do a lot of dodges, a lot of ducks.
Yeah. And that's coming, he just turned 13, so that's from a 13-year-old right there. And once again, he knows how to box, wrestle, kickbox, all that other kind of stuff. He's very versed in everything, so you're getting a good point of view from this kid right here. But we're gonna make a couple more videos, but if you have questions, please hit us up and we'll put it back together. But as we say, for right now, if you didn't know,
now you know.